Somebody told me your devotion won't start off as devotion. Devotion starts off as a discipline. Like you do it just because you have to do it. I hate working out. But what happens is when I make a plan to go work out, it's a discipline. I'm there. I'm gonna do it. It doesn't matter. But because it's quenching something on the inside.
I want to encourage some of you who struggle to pray because you go in there and you think like, how can I talk to the Lord for 15 minutes or 20 minutes like I'm going to run out of things to say? Just practice His presence. Go in there and put on some worship music or some instrumental worship and just sit there and feel His presence. Get visions of Him raised and glorified. Get visions of fire in His eyes. Get visions of the fact that He's coming back to get you. Just learn to sit there in His presence for just a little while. Think about the person you're talking to. Think about where He's seated. Just sit in His presence for a little while and just warm up yourself to Him. Every now and then when you go into His presence, get a flashback of where He has brought you from. Like, man, you took me, Lord, from dirt. You took me from the street. You took me when I was a knucklehead. You saved me. Just get a flashback of what He's done for you. And just sit there and just love on Him for just a little bit and feel His presence. And you look up and you've been there for an hour. And then you turn the secret place into your vice. You turn the secret place into a vice. So every time your heart is heavy, you keep running back there. So a bottle won't be my vice. A blunt won't be my vice. That China White won't be my vice. That boy won't be my vice. But when you make the secret place your vice, then when you think about all the hell you keep going through in life, because life is a conveyor belt of challenges, if the secret place becomes your vice, man, you look up one day and all of the hell, you know what it produced in you? Intimacy with Christ.
Anxiety is a signal alerting you that it's time to pray. In other words, if it's big enough to worry about, it's big enough to pray about. If it's on your mind, it's on God's heart. Be anxious about nothing, but in every situation, take your request to God. If you're worried about your upcoming doctor's appointment, pray about it. If you're worried about a decision that you need to make, pray about it. If you're worried about going back to school, who's going to be in my class, what teacher am I going to get, are the kids going to be nice to me, pray about it. If you're worried about your kid going back to class because you don't know how you're going to afford the scientific calculator that costs the same as a used Honda Civic, pray about it. If it's on your mind, it's on God's heart.
You cannot expect God to bless what you're too lazy to build. The enemy doesn't need to stop you if you're too lazy to do what God called you to do. And some of us are waiting on God to do something. God is like, I've already done it. I'm waiting on you to apply it. Medicine prescribed but not taken will not impact your life. When God has already given you His word, His commandment, His instruction, His desire for your life, and you sit on that, that's called disobedience. You know what to do, but there's a spirit of laziness at work on the inside of you, holding you back from becoming the person that God desires for you to become. Listen to me, family. I don't want to preach messages that you like. I want to preach messages that convict us all until we become more like Jesus Christ.